Let me know when you see a preview. I got one. Do you got one?
Yeah. I got it.
Cool. All right.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's do it.
What's up, Kip? Got Kip in the chat over here. Oh, shoot. I'll be right back.
What up, Kip? Yeah. Hopping on right away. That's awesome. All right. Let me silence my notifications real quick and then hop on here. That way we can see comments. All right. Let me silence my notifications real quick and then hop on here. There we go. Cool. What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are having a good day. Just wanted to kick off this episode with Lotus Tile. So, Miss Christyn Ford, do you mind explaining who you are, what you do, and how you got into tile?
All right. My name is Christyn Ford. I go by Chris, either one. I'm the owner of Lotus Tile. Got to the industry back in 2008 in California. I got started in it because I met my ex. She just started a business. I got put as a helper under a guy that we hired who was a second generation Italian installer. And that guy, God, he's just one of the best I've ever met. And this is who I really learned tile from, and like who I really got my passion for tile from. Because that guy knew so much history, and like I'm a total nerd, and I love everything about tile. Like I want to know the history of it. My wife and I were in Paris, and we spent a day just looking at tile.
Awesome.
So, under that guy for a while.
That's awesome.
I don't know if other people out there are as nerdy as I am about this stuff, but I find it really interesting.
Oh no. It's a common bug. I go places and you can't help but look at stuff, and I don't want to judge other people's work, but there's some stuff you see that's just like, oh my God, they got away with this. And then there's some that you, like you said, you take back and you're like, this is amazing. This is art. So it's totally got the bug too.
So his California, early 1900s, I want to say. A lot of Italian immigrants were coming over to San Pedro, which is like the Long Beach area. And if you notice a lot of the old tile in California, it's those bright, colorful bathrooms, like pink tile, purple tile. So a lot of that influence came from those Italians coming over because they loved color. And like you can still find some of those original bathrooms, but everything out there is floated. And like that's just bomb proof. It'll last forever.
That's like everything I tear out in Nashville.
Man,
It's all that old colorful subway on just the thickest walls. It's like every time I'm like, fuck, dude, God.
You're taking history down.
The floor's like that thick, Yeah. You know.
Like, God, I just the time that I'd probably have another 10 years left in my body if I hadn't spent the first 10 only demoing floated showers. Like, there's no fucking drywall. Everything's like 2-inch concrete.
No.
Yeah. I love demo in Colorado.
Oh God.
It's like half a day.
So much easier. I have had some deck every once in a while. You get into it in the floated walls. There was more the older homes down in like middle of Denver. I think it was like a 1924 home I did. That was the only one that had the lath in it and everything. And it took a little while to get it done. But for the most part, I will never put on green board, but I love seeing green board when I show up for demo because then you can just cut it out and pull it right out one sheet. It's just like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, I looked at one today that was on drywall. It was all rotted at the bottom. The bottom row was falling off over a tub. I was like, ooh, drywall, nice. 30-minute tear out job.
Love it.
Oh, see, I love those. Now, when did you move from California to here again?
In the summer of 2018, I left my ex.
Okay.
She was abusive, and I finally saw it, so I said, fuck her. And I'd wanted to live in Colorado for a long time, so I was like, if I'm going to start my over, I'm gonna go somewhere completely. And I actually have several friends that I know from San Diego that live out here, so it wasn't that hard of a transition. Like I had my group of people. I thought I had a job that did not work out. When I was going to work for her, I had no idea what she was doing. Like she showed up, we were going to stand up. She showed up with no sanders, no vacuum, and she wanted to pay me $18. Like, this isn't gonna work. So
Oh wow.
I always had plans. But I was going to do it like a week after I moved. I was kind of pushed in that direction. So, but right after I started the trial and started cooking things.
There you go. Let me. I gotta check on my kids real quick. They came running out and storming me. Give me 2 seconds. Come on, I'm on my phone.
So what you working on right now, Kristen? Just while he's back.
Not back. Sorry, that was quick. But what are you working on?
Right now I'm off. Last week I took off because I taught a DIY class at the tile shop on Saturday.
Cool.
Nice.
So I took last week off to like build all the forms and get like my curriculum and shit together. And then this week I just had a little repair. My truck's in the shop and I didn't want to mess with the rental because I know we would destroy it. So I was like, take the week off. And then
Yeah.
jump
Enjoy yourself. Kind of.
what?
Oh, I said, kind of enjoy yourself. Hit the reset button.
I'm gonna go help my buddy Seth Reddy. I don't know if you guys know him, but
Yeah.
he's an incredible tile setter and he's doing some really cool mosaic stuff. He's in
Awesome.
Western, and so he's cutting the dragon piece this week. So I'm gonna go help him cut all the pieces for the mosaic tomorrow. So
How cool.
That's awesome.
Oh, that is so cool.
is into mosaic stuff like that. So it's a badass
Now, is he
opportunity.
doing it? Is he
Yeah,
doing it for artwork, or is he doing it for like actual like a piece inside it, like a
Gonna go
actual
on
inset?
all of the shower. It's gonna
Okay.
be this dragon, which he's done before. God, that one was huge. It was. I don't want to fuck up the measurements, but I'm gonna say like 80. Like it was big. I think this one's like 3 feet by 4 feet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I think I started following you like right around the time you did that pizza thing, that pizza mosaic. I was like, that's fucking dope, dude. Like, I'm following this person.
Yeah,
Well,
that's I did anything professionally like that. Like I've been wanting to do more artistic projects and mosaics, and the owner of Woody's reached out to me, and that's one of my favorite pizza places in Colorado, anyways. So when they for a job, I was like, what?
Yeah, I
Hell
love how
yeah.
it's like a Wonka kind of looking font almost, like the W is.
That's their logo font, so I just kind of copied it. But
Yeah.
on it, it's in a food truck, so my wife and I will like follow them around in the summer. Like,
Yeah.
like fucking nerd.
Oh, that's awesome.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, I totally want to get more into the mosaic art forms. That's my goal this year, is to kind of test my not limits, but just keep expanding what I can do. And
Yeah,
Man.
it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've been looking at, so you can get like a ring saw or a diamond band saw, which is what I really want, because you can just do like sharper radius with those.
yeah.
They're more expensive. Anyway, this weekend I saw someone was selling their like whole stained glass setup. They had a shaper and a diamond bandsaw and a bunch of stained glass and all the lead and stuff. And $500. It was like 2 hours away. I was like, I'll come right now.
Did you get it?
Alone?
No, man. They kept they're like, there's like 3 people in front of you. I was like, fuck that. I'll come right now.
I'm coming now.
They'll be here at 2. It was like 9 in the morning. I was like, I could be there by 11.
Like, I'll pay you $100. Tell me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Didn't get it. The person bought it at 2. Bastards.
Well, I picked up one of those
God
ring
dang it.
tops a couple months ago, and it's a game changer. Like, it takes a
Yeah.
little getting used to, because you have to control the tile a lot more. But God, it's worth every penny.
Did you
Like,
get the Gryphon or which one?
Gemini Taurus.
The Gemini? Okay. Cool.
I
Cool.
love it. When I
Yeah, huh?
so it's like the tray and everything feels like really cheap plastic, and I was like, what the fuck did I just spend $700 on?
Yeah, they all look like plastic toys.
It's bright red like candy. I'm like, this, I don't know, man. I don't know. This costs more than my 7-inch rigid. Like, it's more that you can use that ring blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's exciting. That's super cool.
So,
Rob, we're in the same town. If you ever want to try it out, let me know. Like, if you want to
Awesome.
just play around.
That'd be great. Totally. Because I haven't gotten to do any kind of work on that yet. So I'd love to.
hey, so that class you were teaching, have you done that before? Or was that the first time?
That was the first time. And that's something I've been wanting to do for a while. So, like, my end game with these DIY classes is to eventually have like a week-long program for young women getting out of high school.
How
so
cool.
They the basics. So when they're applying for a job with like one of us jackasses or like, you know, they can like tell people, oh, I know how to mix spin set. I know how to read a tape measure, like just real basic stuff. But I was talking to one of the corporate people from the tile shop about wanting to teach, and he's like, "Ooh, let's do DIY classes here." So this
cool.
is like part of it. It's good for their company, gives them exposure. It helps me work out my program, and also exposure for my business. Like, I already got one referral from one of the women that came this weekend.
Was it Raul who you talked to, or who did you talk to with Tile Shop? Well, yeah. Yeah. I've been reaching out to him just because of the pro account. Well, I got one over there as well, so they keep going up different tiers, and then he's like, oh, you know, you're on the next one and everything. So, but it seems like a very, very chill dude. And which shop did you do it out of?
At the Denver store off of the 70.
Okay.
Yeah, but Raul said there was a great turnout, and so this will be an ongoing thing. The next one will be on flooring. So I'm hyped. He was like shocked. We had 9 people sign up and 8 showed, so it's not too bad. It's Saturday when it's hot as hell.
No, that's awesome.
And it was all women.
That's too good.
On a different Facebook groups, like stuff for kids, not kids, but like teenagers. And everyone that signed up was a woman, and like I was really excited to see that there is like interest with females to want to get into this and do this more. Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
That
is awesome. Oh, so thankful you did that. Yeah, there's gonna be another weedy class. I went to the one in Westminster, got certified there. I work out of the one. A lot of leads I get, and I get a lot of product from my guy Devin. He works at the one. I think it's like Littleton, Lakewood, that location. But they're gonna have a weedy class. They just moved it now to September 18th. So I was like, well, shoot, I'll come in. I was like, I already know what I'm doing. Might as well keep getting retaught and get some free swag too. So hey, I'll take it.
It never hurts to keep learning. Like, I know I've been to some of the NTCA trainings where they kind of go over the exact same topics, but I always hear something that I didn't catch previously. So it's not like it's a waste of time.
No. And like you said, if God forbid they change something a little different than what you learned even a few months ago, then it's like, all right, well then now I'm still staying current with where I need to be. So I'm waiting to get the pro certification this fall. So just working with Carson, trying to get all that taken care of. So that way get the homeowners 20.
If anyone's a licensed contractor, all that counts towards like continued education time too. So
cool.
A lot of states require contractors to have continued education hours.
Not
interesting. No, we get lucky here.
Yeah, it's the Wild West out here.
Yeah, the Southwest is a little, or Southeast is a little more strict, I think.
San Francisco and in California, it is licensing is strict.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah,
it's very strict.
Oh yeah,
that's
we're
what they
not
were
the
asking
most
when I
strict
went.
place, but just a little more strict than you guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
California's
Well, even when I got,
hardcore. You have to have a license to
oh,
do
it's
tile,
insane.
right?
There are
We don't need,
unions out there. It's totally different.
Yeah, tile's like just whoever the fuck can do it here in Tennessee.
yeah.
Coming from Texas, there's like no licenses, there's nothing. So like my Uncle Mike, who's the one who taught me, like I said, he'd always pull out when homeowners like, you got a license to do this? He's like, yeah. He pull out his driver's license. It's like, dude, what the hell? Put that back, man. Like, take it serious. But no, it's a little bit more. I would say not like crazy strict here by any means, but compared to Texas, it's like, okay, no, they're trying at least. But
Yeah.
even when I was out there helping Andrew out in California, learning how to do those mud float walls, everyone was like, how are you out there working? I'm like, well, I'm apprentice right now. I'm not working. So it's all good.
So as long as you're not selling your own jobs, you're fine.
See, and that's where it's at. And it's like, otherwise, yeah, you're asking to get your ass chewed and get in trouble. Plus, if you take any money out of different states, depending on how they do their taxes, you're supposed to pay a percentage of that tax to them. So it just makes tax season a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, it's quite, let's ask everybody if they got some questions. We got HR Tile on. Looks like Kip just joined as well on this one. Let's see.
Oh no,
Nope, we lost her. Hopefully back on just a second. Oh yeah.
Well, what were you doing today, buddy? Oh, here she comes.
I actually went out and did some custom transition strips for that 1,100 square foot flooring. Since that pellet door finally got installed correctly, I went and laid that last week, that last piece of tile from point A to B, wall to wall. So that was that door didn't move, and then grouted it. Now I just need to hit it with grout haze remover, seal the floor, and then seal that fireplace. So I'm home stretch, man. Probably going to do one long day tomorrow and then like a half day, just work myself out with the floor sealer on either Thursday, Friday. And then, yeah. What about you? What did you do?
Man, I worked on this shower pan all day long. We're doing this bathroom. The floor is 8x8s, not true 8x8s. They're all over the place.
Oh,
And,
lovely.
It's checkerboard diamond pattern. So
I saw you laying that out. Yeah.
Yeah. So we made it like continue into the shower pan, but we had to cut them all down to 4x4s. It was either that or do the envelope cut, and she didn't like the idea of the envelope cut. I was like, all right, well, we got to cut them down. So, man, that just took all day, like cutting those and polishing them and getting it all to line up. So,
heck yeah.
That's it.
See, I've been working on estimates right now. Like I said, I met two people yesterday. One wants a kitchen, laundry room, floor. Pretty straightforward. Hey, you're back.
Hello.
Was it the kitty?
The older I get, the more I suck at technology.
You're not alone.
That's how it is.
I give my kiddos my phone to play with, and then like they do stuff that I'm like, how the hell did you just do that? I'm like, what? Like I don't know. It makes me feel old.
Yeah.
Then my 8-year-old the other day, she watches Nickelodeon a lot, and she's like, oh, they have a 25-year anniversary for SpongeBob, and I'm like, damn, that would have made me 11 at the time, and I was like, that was kind of old there. Now I feel really old. Thanks a lot.
Wow, 25 years SpongeBob's been out. That's crazy.
That's apparently the case, man.
I hated SpongeBob when I was a kid, but I think it's pretty funny now.
Does the marijuana help with that?
Yeah, possibly. It's all the inside jokes, I think, that I wasn't catching as a kid. Like SpongeBob,
Oh yeah.
they were putting
Dude.
they were putting it down for the adults.
Oh hell yeah.
pretty amazing how like people can like script that, like so that it's funny to kids and slip all them jokes in there for adults too. It's just like way over a kid's head, but it was still funny somehow. Like some other weird
I loved
way.
what is it? Another one they had was that Ren and Stimpy.
Oh my god,
dude, that was a classic. I love that one, man.
Ren and Stimpy was like raunchy. Like they'd be like doing something, they'd like flash to like some weird drawing of it.
Oh, dude, it was great.
Like a bad
sexual.
Yep. Yep.
Dog's going crazy.
So HR Tile asks, would you rather install 400 feet or square feet of mosaics with a 3/4 inch trowel, or tile 400 square feet of Zalige, but make them absolutely perfect? I would like the mosaic over the Zalige because that tile sucks.
See, I'm a psychopath. I take the Zalige all
I was gonna
day.
say, I mess with the Zalige.
Oh,
like it's supposed to be perfect.
Every time
you can get it.
I know, and that's where my OCD just triggers though. I'm like, whenever like I look at it and it's just like, no, there's no way. Like it's made to look that way and it's got character, but depending on who the homeowner is going to be, it's like, do you want to crack that can of worms? Because they're either going to think that it's, you did an awful job when you did what you could do.
I mean,
but
you just gotta lay down the expectations before you even start sticking.
Yeah,
like it's gonna look like this, right?
Like, oh yeah.
I talk to clients. I ask them to send me inspiration photos, so like we can look and see. Like I have clauses in my contract about how Zalige is supposed to look. Because I installed a backsplash into last year. It was just the little like 4x4 squares. And it went in, I talked to the woman, I was like, this looks fucked up, right? But it's supposed to look fucked up. She's like, oh, yeah. The job ends, and she's like, I fucking hate it. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Your total is. Like, you can give me my money.
We can read that.
Like, you don't like it, you didn't understand your material. She was telling me I should have cut the tile.
Hell no. I mean, I will. No. You want to pay for that.
Nah, I tell them if perfect, like cut backs off, cut them all to be the same size. I'll tell clients to find someone else because I'm not doing it. That's not the nature of the tile. I believe in preserving the look of it. And if they want someone to make it look perfect, they can either go to Bedrosian's and get a Zalige knockoff, or they can hire some other psycho that wants to cut the.
Oh, that's insane. No. And the amount of labor it's going to take and the cost of it, they're going to look at that and be like, oh, I'm not paying that. And it's like, well, then choose a different tile. Because no, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
I just did that stacked stone fireplace, the one I like posted on, and it came out beautiful. Everything was awesome. The miter cuts, everything was gorgeous. And then I sealed it with the sealer they bought and they gave it to me. They were out of town. It looks amazing. Awesome. And then the homeowner, she's like complaining. She's like, oh, I'm just disappointed in the sealer. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. This is what I was given. And this is what we were under the, it's not like I snuck something in here. Like we knew about this. And she's like, well, the stone was gray before. And I'm like, it's called noir. It's a black stone. It's when we do this enhancer, it's going to make it a little bit darker, but it was never gray. And I'm like, so I don't know. I could tell the husband was just, he was cool about it. And he's like, how can we like get it dip back to the normal? And I'm like, we're past that. I'm like, I used a penetrating sealer. You guys do. Like, yeah. So they're like, okay, well, can I scrub it? And I'm like, you can do whatever you want with it. It's your fireplace. I'm like, but I said, I left like 4 or 5 stones in there. I said, please seal those. Use whatever cleaner you want to use on those before you put it on your fireplace. Because if you ruin your new fireplace, it's no one's fault but yourself. And then I don't know. It was the first headache I got when I was running my own business again. And I'm just like, okay, everything else has been so smooth up to this point. And they're like, oh, we love the craftsmanship. We love the design. Everything's beautiful. It's just a sealer. I'm like, well, I don't know what to fucking tell you.
You picked the sealer, dude.
Like, it needs to be sealed. I said, in the event somebody comes in there and spills black, it's porous. Yeah, Oh no, extra headaches. That's what I call those.
Yeah, I have a pretty long contract.
Let's see what we got for question wise.
Oh yeah.
So how long are you going to be working on that mosaic?
I'm just going to help Seth, I think tomorrow and Thursday. He just needs help doing all the cuts for the mosaic part. And I want to kind of see how he does it because he's way more experienced than I am. And then I'm trying to work on my own, but I don't have anywhere to set up my tools. So I have to set them up on job sites and then I run out of time.
Oh, sorry.
What? Oh. Ow. Oh, there you're moving again. Yeah, I'll be working with Seth the next day or two. I'm not going to help him install. He's got a helper now that helps him with actual installs.
So what are you gonna be doing? I'm
Gonna be a bunch of cuts.
just cutting, just help them get it
Cutting
laid
all the
out.
little pieces, like. So like this is the little piece I did to start out with to like learn how to use that saw.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be like cutting little pieces like this for his dragon.
nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be badass. Like the drawing he did up for it looks so cool. Like I can't wait to see the shower when he's done with it.
That's awesome. That's super cool. I really
What
want to. I really
Go
want
ahead.
to get into that, give it a shot, but you know, I got so much shit going on. I'll get into it though. I just got a 3D printer today. I don't know.
Oh shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some shit. Some
Yeah,
tools,
start making tools.
some jigs or something. I'm just
Yep.
always thinking like, if I just had a thing like, you know, like this.
Yeah.
Like, now I am gonna have that thing. Like, I'm gonna go home and make it.
That's so awesome.
Pretty stoked about that. But I really do want to try to make some mosaics. My aunt and uncle do stained glass. They got a studio in Ohio. That's what they've done my whole life. So I kind of grew up around I get the concept of it, like the layout and the paper and how you get your pieces, but
Yeah.
I've never actually done it. It looks so fun though.
Like for the templating, I got a Cricut machine, like the crafty machine that everyone's mom has. They like do die cut like vinyl stickers.
Yeah.
And that you like pull the stickers off and put them on tile and then just cut out the shape.
Oh, that's smart.
The one I'm working on
Oh,
right
that's
now,
cool.
I don't know how well, but this is the one I'm working on right now.
Oh, fuck. Just
There.
changed it all for me.
Sick.
That is awesome.
So like this is just a sticker. Like this
Yeah.
all this shit is just a vinyl sticker.
So you
You
just
just-
peel them off one at a time and then you have like a drawing, like a piece of paper too, that you set them back down on or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, when I cut the pieces, I put them back down in each spot. This
Okay.
one I didn't number, and we'll
Love
see
it.
how it goes. Normally you number them, but yeah, I'm stoked to see how this
Hell
one
yeah.
comes out. But you
That's
just
fucking
have all your subway tiles and pick your colors. Like I use Photoshop, so I color the image on my computer, and then just go off of that for what color tiles I'm gonna put the stickers on, like where the tiles will go.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's this girl Natalie, I follow her on Instagram. It's Artistry and Tile. She's the one that told me about like this whole system, and I was like,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
when I did that,
know.
these things printed shit out on just printer paper, and then was like snapping tiles and like just laying them there and making sure they fit. It was so ghetto, but like,
Gotta start somewhere.
Yep.
Oh, that's fucking sweet though.
That's the
Okay.
ultimate template
Yeah,
right
you
there.
just blew my mind.
like
The
that.
Cricut machine. I was just looking at those a couple weeks ago because someone on like the Facebook area page was like looking for a Cricut machine. I was like, "What the hell's a Cricut machine?" So
Dude,
I'm glad
we
I'm
got a
glad
bunch
that
of
happened, so I knew what you were talking about.
yeah, Natalie
My
with Artistry and
sister-in-law.
Tile we were chatting and I saw she posted a reel of her whole system and she printed it out, well, die cut it on a Cricut and then was using the Taurus. And I was like, what are those two things? I need them. Like, it took several months to be able to afford them because I think the Cricut was like
pricey.
Yeah, it was like almost $1,000 I spent on two things to do this, but I'll make that money back once I start working on mosaics.
Nice.
My wife is a teacher with kindergarten, and her sister did. She got, I don't know, a little famous from doing TikToks with tie dye. So she ended up getting sponsored by Cricut. So we got a ton of Cricut stuff that they sent to her, and she ended up just passing it on. So it's all just sitting around. Like, she'll make T-shirts, she'll make all this stuff out of it. I'm like, that's a pretty cool little machine.
Yeah.
Up till now, though, you just opened my mind, and now I'm like, oh, now I get to use it. I'm like, this is great.
That's awesome. You already have one. Wow.
There's a Facebook group for, mosaic artists, and I was in it when I was trying to figure out how to do this shit for the Woody's pizza oven. I asked in there, like, how do you make templates? And the answers I got were like, we send stuff off to a vinyl shop. And I'm like, that doesn't help me. I'm not trying to do like some 10-foot long mosaic. And just like, I watched one reel and started talking to this girl, Natalie, and she's like, oh, you just do this, this, and this. Dope.
That's
Thank
awesome.
You. Like,
yeah, it's like, I don't know, maximum efficiency. I love that. That's so smart.
Yeah, I think
that's something that I like.
Roses she did, and I started following her.
Yeah.
I gotta see if I'm following her now.
Yeah, awesome. You should follow. She does really cool shit. She did like a bench for a tattoo shop. I think that's when I started following her. I'm like, she does cool stuff. She's a cool artist.
Awesome. Heck yes. Well, Kip wanted to know where you're originally from.
I'm originally from San Diego, and I lived there until 2018, and then I came out here. Okay. I lived up in Orange County for a little bit, but almost my whole life was in San Diego before Colorado.
That's awesome. That's where Eddie Spaghetti's from. And then we went down there when I was hanging out with Andrew, so it was good. It's a nice area. Got some great weather out there. I just wish it was more affordable.
Yeah, I wish it was affordable, and I wish all the transplants would leave, which I'm sure is how everyone in Colorado feels about me.
Me too. I am one as
That's all
as well.
Cities.
My kiddos are natives though, so I always follow it up with that. I'm like, oh, I moved here, but my kids are both born Coloradans. They're like, oh, okay. Well, come on, leave me alone. But, no, I like it. I've been here for like 10 years, and a part of me is looking at other states as well, just because life's so short. And, I kind of want to see and do some other things too. So still stay with tile, but looking to other options as well as time goes. And the good thing about my job, my wife's job, is we can both kind of move and easily can find work. I can start up a business there, and she can start teaching again. So it'll work. It'll be nice. And for now, rocking and rolling, enjoying every moment I got out here. And then we'll see how what time goes.
Yeah.
So cold.
What about you? You planning on staying?
What?
Well, are you planning on staying in Colorado?
If the government ever changes in California, my wife and I would like to go back. But that's just not an option right now. Like, my wife's from California too, and we miss it. We miss the ocean a lot. Like, I love Colorado. There's a lot of fun stuff to do, but I miss my brother. I miss the beach. Like, I don't know, just my hometown. Like,
yeah. That's what everybody asks me about Austin. I grew up in Austin, Texas, and they're like, "Would you miss Austin?" I'm like, "Yeah, I miss the food. I miss my family. I was like, I don't miss the humidity, and I don't miss the mosquitoes." I'm like, so there's definitely some things that I'm like, God, it was awful. You're working and you're just drenched in sweat every day when you're coming home, and you just smell like dog shit. And I'm like, no, I don't miss those. Here, it's far in between that I'm actually sweating my ass off here in Colorado. It's so dry, it just never happens. But I don't know. It's a different atmosphere out here.
Yeah, I miss the
What about-
food in San Diego. I'm sorry, I do not to offend any Coloradans that are watching, but your Mexican food out here sucks. Like it is so bad. I'm so
I hate to say
spoiled
it, but food in general.
at the border. Like the first
I
couple
could
shops I went to out here, I literally cried. I was like, no.
see.
I
That
drove
was
through
me. I can
Colorado a few
name.
years ago, and all the mountain towns had the worst Mexican food.
Oh, I'm talking about in the
Oh,
city of Denver, in the mountains. Like I found a couple little spots that are good. Like it's not all horrible. But in San Diego, you're not gonna be let where you go. And it's a different
that's like
style
awesome.
of food.
Oh, I can name probably like 20, 30 places in Austin. If somebody asks like, hey, where do you want to get food? I'm like, oh, we got to go here. We got to go here. Now, like I'm constantly when people are in town, like, hey, where do you want to eat? And I'm like, I have to think. I'm like, what do you know? We don't have really good food here. Like there is. It's far in between. You got to drive really far to get it, or parking sucks. So it's not like, God, I don't know. I took all that stuff for granted. There was so many times I should have went and got some better food.
Colorado doesn't really have like a signature food thing, do they? Not
They
Denver.
tried to get off of New Mexico's chili. Like
Green chili.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
But that's a New Mexico
Well, they'll
thing.
smother shit. That was the one thing I didn't realize when I first moved here. They're like, oh, yeah, we'll smother it. And I'm like, okay. And I got it. And it was like literally my burrito and soup. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? I was like, this is.
Soup. Like, yeah,
No.
burritos I ordered here, they put it on a plate, covered it in soup, and then gave me a knife and fork. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I didn't enchilada. Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
But there's-
I learned.
That's Colorado's thing. They smother stuff.
Yeah. If it says smothered, you better be like, no, that ain't going down my throat. No. No.
I mean, it's cold there. I can see. Just make soup out of it.
Oh, dude. And it's like, depending on which one you get, spicy as hell. I'm like, it's just, I don't know. It takes all the flavor away. Like, it overpowers it. I'm like, no, y'all fucked up here.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Well, we've all
I
I
know. It's our lovely internet. Thank God. Oh, too good. Well, let's see. I've got some let's see if we got some questioning. No dripping sauce for my taco soup. That's what Leon says. Now, the one thing I will say I missed is we had breakfast tacos. I don't know if California had those too, but breakfast tacos are so good. And like moving here to Colorado, it's all breakfast burritos, and I'm like, it's just I don't know, it's a different thing.
Yeah, San Diego
breakfast tacos were
burritos, and like that's all good. That's all good with me. Driving to work.
well then. Yep. That'd be good. But yeah, no, I love the little tacos. I could go to town on them and just eat bunches and bunches of them. I'm like, all right, it's just I loved it. I could snack on them, so it's too good. What did you like seafood when you were living on the coast?
I like some seafood. I'm allergic to shellfish, so I can't have lobster and crab. Like all the good stuff that's in Mexico. Like when you go to Puerto Nuevo, I can't eat it.
Oh God. Gotcha.
Oh, there you are.
Oh. Well, HR Tile wants to know what's your favorite thing about Colorado.
Oh, being able to drive up into the mountains and kayak in a lake. Like the
That's
mountains
awesome.
here, incredible. Like love the beaches in San Diego, but there's a place I love to kayak here called Loch Lomond, and you have to have high clearance off-road vehicle to get up there. Like it's a fun little drive if you have 4-wheel drive. It's like not too bad. You don't have to be too skilled to do it. And because of that, there's like never anyone at the lake. It's like up by Idaho Springs.
Awesome. Yeah.
I love going up there. There's a big waterfall and you can go on a hike. The mountains here.
Is there any fishing up there as well, or is it pretty much just kayak? Or?
There's always people up there fishing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've I've set my kayak up so that I control 2 lines, and I've
Nice.
never gotten to fish out of my kayak yet, but I've always just, I go around to the lakes we got around here and stuff. But that would be amazing.
Check it out. It's all dispersed camping around there, so you don't need permits. You can just
Sick.
camp in that area. And there's a bunch of areas that people have already set up as campsites. It's like there's already a fire pit and it's already cleared out.
Oh,
But
that's awesome.
Like park rangers are never up there. You can do whatever. It's a dope place. It's probably my favorite place I've been to in Colorado so far.
What is this dope place
Oh,
we're talking about?
That's awesome. Do you do any snowboarding, any skiing or anything?
You know, I thought I was gonna be like pro snowboarder when I moved here because I was a surfer like my whole life. And I did it once and I was like, dude, I don't have health insurance and I am fucking old. I can't do this. I was just falling over and over.
Yeah.
It looks fun.
I skateboarded for like 3 years, BMX for like 7 to 8 years. I still got my bike, but I'm like, I thought the same thing. I bought, when Sports Authority was going under, I bought my Burton board and all the setup for dirt cheap. And I still go, but it's like, oh man, I'm like, dude, there's gonna come a time when my kids are just gonna be waiting for me at the bottom, like, what the fuck, you're taking so long? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not dying on here. I already feel like I'm gonna die getting off the chairlift. I'm like, hell no.
Yeah, dude, I feel like I used to be wild as fuck. Now it's just like, man, I can't get hurt. If I get hurt, there's no money coming in. Like,
yeah.
Being self-employed really tamed me down. Like when I had a job, fuck it, dude. You want me to jump off that? I'll jump off it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Trouble I used to get shit I used to do when I was younger. I should be in jail or I should be dead. Like,
yeah.
Being a business owner, being like in my 40s and all responsible. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't break that rule.
Yeah.
Like 16-year-old.
I took my kids to the skate park the other day.
Dumb.
Oh God, I know the things we did and got away with. But yeah, no, I went to the skate park with my 2 kiddos and brought my bike with me, and that was the first time I've been on my BMX bike in so long. And I was doing tricks and stuff and still had it. It wasn't as comfortable as I used to be, but they just looked at me and they're like, dang, you can do that? And I'm like, yeah, I used to be able to do a lot of stuff, but I'm not doing it anymore.
That's funny.
This is special. This is special. Too good. Oh, say that again.
So, what have you been working on, Kyle?
I've been working on a bathroom. I was tiling the pan today. It's 8x8 on the floor in a diamond pattern, checkerboard, black and white, and then it continues into the pan, like through the curb.
Right on.
So that part's cut out, and that just took all day. We had to cut them down to 4x4s because it's only a 3x5 shower, so the 8x8s aren't going to lay in there. And she didn't want to do the envelope cuts, so took all day cutting and polishing all those, and then like transferring in there and like not getting it mixed up. And but yeah. I didn't even get it finished because I had to leave and go look at another job, and then I came back. I was like, "Shit, the podcast." So I was like, all right, I'm not working late tonight. I would, but I can't.
Yeah.
So, whatever. We'll get it knocked out in the morning, and hopefully get this bathroom wrapped up next week. And then I got a bunch of like really cool bathrooms I'm gonna tile. I'm not doing the full bathroom, which is nice because that's normally what we do. It's like. The whole job, or we're adding a bathroom where there wasn't one. So it's cool to just get to go over there and just prep and tile and be like, oh shit, not my problem.
Yeah, let someone else worry about that.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucked right there, but better get somebody on that. But yeah. So just trying to crunch away on that one and just get her knocked out.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It
I
was
got-
a day.
I got a 2x4 tile next week. That'll be a tub enclosure that I'll be doing. So it'll be nice to work with a nice large tile.
We're talking 24 by 48 or 2
Yes, 24 by 48.
Okay.
We're not doing 2 inch by 4 inches. Hell no.
See, I'm so glad so many people in the industry want to take those projects. I was like, that sounds like hell. Like, absolutely not. I like hate doing 24 by 24s. Like, but you guys, I mean, all the work with these large format, like the people I've been seeing, you guys kill it. Like the work you've been doing, it looks good. Just I'm so glad you guys want to take those jobs, and I can take all the handmade tile, creative shit. All y'all are like, fuck no.
But
Nobody
that's
likes
the next
LFTs here. We do
that's
a
you
ton
in
of
the
tile.
What did you say?
That's you on the next. Oh, sorry, Kyle.
What did you say?
Oh, I said that's all we really do here is like small tiles, handmade. Like LFT is not popular here at all.
Huh.
The 120, I've only done 124 by 48, and they didn't realize that's what they were. They thought they were like, they got there like, whoa, those are big. I'm like, you didn't fucking know.
I'm sorry, I thought it was 12 by 24. The first time when I called a tile that big, I was holding it under me, and I'm like, dude, this tile is almost as tall as I am. Like, my wingspan can't hold it without a grabo.
Without the that's what I use. Those are my best friends.
Yeah.
That'll be nice. It'll have I plan on intending on mitering the niche output or the little insert that I'm doing. So that'll be the only miter spots. I might miter the tub deck area that's going to be a little storage area around it, but otherwise it'll just be nice. She's got this kind of flat gold finish, so I'm just going to get a metal edging that'll complement that when I get to the actual ends. So, and around their window as well. So it'll look nice. It'll be good. They've been waiting for I think 6 or 7 months because they had asbestos, so it had to get abated. So her husband was like, "Can you wait 3 to 5 weeks for a new window to get installed?" I'm like, "For sure, dude." I was like, "I'll totally, you let me know. I'll push it onto the schedule. I'll move some things forward. Everything will work out." And he's like, "Okay." And the next thing I know, she texts me and she's like, "No, I'm not waiting 3 to 5 weeks. He can just not. We're not getting a window." She's like, "We're all good to go next Monday." I'm like, "Awesome, that works with me too." So glad to not be living in that house. It's gonna be fun fighting over that.
Seriously, man, I hate when homeowners start fighting in front of you. It's like,
dude,
it's
so awkward.
I'm like, get inside. You guys let me know what you need me to do.
Yeah. No. It'll feel good. I'm closing out this one I'm on. I'm wrapping up this week because I've been on it for 5 months total, but I pulled off for a month, I'd say. Just waiting for that door to get replaced. So it's gonna feel nice. I've already been paid out for most of it. I withheld 500, but it's still just once when it's all closed out, they can enjoy it. Everything will be said and done. And he's actually took me upstairs this last time when he came into town this last weekend and was like, "Hey, we want you to do the same thing with this fireplace up on the main level." And then took me to the upstairs. And this upstairs, he's like, "This is the 18th century bathroom here." And I'm like, "What?" So I go in, it's got a clawfoot tub. It's got the oldest pedestal sink I've ever seen. I'm like, "This is awesome." I'm like, "I don't know, dude." I'm like, "Some people would still want this." He's like, "My wife hates it. All of it's going." I'm just like, "Oh, damn."
The one I'm doing right now is super vintage. We're putting a clawfoot tub in next to the shower, and it's
see,
open sink with chrome legs.
See,
that's where I'm like,
well,
the light fixtures she got are dope. They're just 2 sconces up above the mirror, and it's a little gold flower with a white ball in the middle. Super vintage looking.
That's awesome.
I dig it.
Yeah, I want to save that tub.
The only thing I hate is that we're doing white subway tile. That's the only small tile that's like, kill me. God, dude, kill me.
Hey, as long as they don't want black grout.
Yeah.
She does. She does.
I have
No, she wants white grout on the walls.
white grout on the walls.
Yeah, we're gonna go with what is it? Moonbeam by Mape, if I can
I
find
just
it.
used it today. Moonbeam. I love all of Mape's new names.
Last
Oh,
time
I
I
know.
was trying to get Moonbeam, it wasn't available online or at any store, but we'll see. That was, I think, like right after they came out with it. About this time last year or something.
I don't know if I got the new stick kit. I know I bought some of the new colors before, but I'm just like, I don't think I have that to refer to anymore, you know? And at that time, they didn't have that one available.
If you go to the pro desk at one of the Floor and Decors, they have them. I've grabbed a couple,
Okay.
like new ones.
That'll be perfect. That's what I need to update it.
They're always like, oh, these are the new ones. I'm like, new, like within the last year. They're like, oh, newer. And then they give it to me. I take it out to my truck. I'm like, same fucking one. I got like 4 of them because they always do that to me. Like, no, these are different. I'm like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, I'll take it.
You know, remember they were talking about the Kiesel grout line or the grout kit, how it has them actually packed in and then the real grout. So Superior's made, you know, it's the Tile Shop as brand. I don't know if you've gotten to use it at all, but that stick kit, when they gave it to me like last week, it actually has that. And I'm like, how can be one of the cheapest grout companies yet still make an actual grout stick kit that looks freaking perfect? I'm like, God dang it. But
they're just
yeah, these companies should offer like a pro one too that like I'll pay for it. Fuck.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. So I can really
like if it, you know, that way we know what color it's really gonna be, because like they're always like,
well, and if some of them are hollowed out underneath, I started thinking about just packing the hollow section. Obviously, I don't want to buy every freaking grout, but as I get it, start packing that hollow section and re-putting it in. So it's like now I've got an actual reference.
Yeah, and you just leave a little part where it like notches on or whatever.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But I'm not going to buy all like, what is it, like 15, 20 colors just to make myself a professional grout stick kit. I'm like, that ain't going to work.
You do it with the silicone. The silicone's usually pretty close to the actual grout color.
Yeah,
but that ain't cheap.
It's not, but it's cheaper than
buying the grout.
It is there, yes.
And mixing it and then having 30 bags of grout sitting around.
I just bought a black Mape one from Lowe's the other day because I was like, I just need to get the underneath of this fireplace. That thing was like $15, $16 a tube. I'm just like, God damn it. I was like, okay. I'm like, I can go get black caulking and get 2 of those, but it's not going to match. I'm like, oh, this sucks.
I guess a tube of the good silicone is about the same price as like the 10-pound bag.
Yeah.
Oh, it's insane.
Still.
Yep.
Takes up large. I don't know. Whatever. They need to make us some pro chip charts. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pro grout charts. Like, it's usually when I work with designers, they want like a sample. And I use the Mape CQ, and I usually have tubs in my storage unit. So I'll do like a whole nother.
Yeah, I love pre-mixed grout. I have plenty sitting on the floor behind me where it's like, I just love them for finishing a job where it's like, no. And then you can go back and do little touch-ups if you need with it. And, you know.
I was having a lot of problems with all the grout you have to mix, all the cementous grout.
Yeah.
Like color consistency between bags, even when you're measuring, like mixing at the same RPMs. I was just having issues, and I fought pre-mixed for the longest time, and I switched over like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm kicking myself for not doing it sooner.
Yeah.
Like, I say it's like DIY bullshit, but my grouting is so much faster, and the color is consistent from tub to tub.
You know, I used to think I like went back and forth with that for a while. I'm like, is this DIY? Is it not? But then it's like you look at just like the data sheet on it, and it's like, well, this is the best shit they make. It's better than all the, you know.
Like
you look at like, and it's like, why wouldn't I use these pre-mixes? Like they're
Yeah.
You look at the data sheet, and this checks more boxes than like the stuff you have to mix. So I use them both. It's just situational. But I literally have like 6 or 7 different colors of premix back here, especially like white. Why not? You're gonna use white again.
I try to steer my clients to the same whites and grays.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know I have this shit in my storage unit. Oh, you guys, I think this is the perfect color.
Bright white from Latacrete is fire.
Yeah, like frost, man. You want to use
Cash out.
frost everything.
Time to cash out. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I really want to pick like a random one, and I'm like, dude, especially if it's a really small area. I'm like,
I
oh,
used Raven on my last job from Latacrete, and I talked her into the floor on this job. I was like, yes, you want Raven. It's the perfect blackish gray. Don't look at the MOP chart. That one's no, you don't want that.
what this?
I've got a
that's
full
awesome.
tub of it at home.
Awesome.
This stuff has a shelf life, you know?
Yeah, gotta get rid of it.
I don't know. I really don't
used
know
my
about
last
that.
Mac.
I have some that are over a year old, and they look just like the ones that aren't over a year old. I mean, I test them first somewhere, but like, I don't know.
You know, more like if they dry out. Like I know they have an expiration date, especially once they're open. But I've been using like the old ones that are about a year, for like the mosaics that I'm doing. Because I've started making little mosaics that are like graffiti pieces to slap up, like stickers, kind of. So I don't mind using grout that might be expired for that. Someone from the city can take it down anyways.
That's cool. You're gonna start. I always forget his name on Instagram.
Well, we did that.
Like that dude who
We did
slaps
the
those
mosaic.
stuff around town.
There's one guy I follow called Mr. Bad Tiles.
Yeah,
and he throws the shit up on highways. Like he's who started. I was like, oh. It's like growing up, a lot of my friends were graffiti and making stickers, and so like in the 90s, early 2000s, that's what we were doing. And after I saw that dude's Instagram page, I was like, you can do that with fucking tile, dude. So yeah, I don't mind using wood grout for that shit.
That's awesome.
Gonna see a bunch of lotus flowers around Denver.
Yeah, I'm making grout in here. I've had it sitting in there. It was a CQ white that had just been sitting in there.
What?
There you go. But no, oh yeah, no, my CQ, the white tile, or what is it, white grout that I've had expired. We used it for my kids when we did that school project for the mosaic little coasters. Because like you said, it was a pain in the ass to put it all in. So I'm like, this stuff is definitely over dried. It is time to throw it. It had the little seal on and everything still, but it worked for what I needed it to there. And I'm like, they're just gonna take it home. It's a souvenir. It's all good. So worked out.
I always ask for the water for stuff like that to like soften it up, because it's not for a client. It's not for something I'm trying to sell. But just put a little bit of water in there and mix it up, like the old crusty tubs,
right.
And it works great for crafts.
Yeah, shit. Just mix the hell out of it. Mix the life back into it.
Rules. Fuck the instructions on the book.
Right?
Yeah.
Look, I know best.
Yeah, man. Gotta question everything. A year, really? Still seems soft.
Feels fine to me.
I don't know. Fuck around and find out.
That's how you get good at stuff. You fuck around and then you find out how to.
Southwest Rock wants to know if any of y'all are, got a question. He wants to know if any of y'all are getting harassed by Florida Court to do a reel for.
Yeah, I did 2 reels for them, and they were supposed to give me $500, and they just keep pending, and they need to review it, and it's been for like a month now.
Yeah, they rode my ass. I started to make those reels, and then I don't know. I got distracted. I'll make them eventually, I guess.
They nag too much. Like they were up my ass, and I was like, I'm not really a content creator like for brands. It's not what I do. And so I did one previously for Floor and Decor, and like I made like $300 on that one. So then they started hounding me again, and I think this is the last time I'll do it.
Well, if they're not paying, then fuck it, I'm not doing it.
Well, if I'm being
time
told,
to be making a lame reel about Floor and Decor while I'm trying to make eye-catching reels that are actually cool.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not an advertiser. I don't know how to make commercials.
I've been thinking about making like a commercial for my company. I get most of my work through a Facebook page called the East Nashville page. There's like 80,000 members, and I've been thinking about making like a goofy commercial to just post on there, like, "Hey, it's Kyle from Goofy Builds. You tired of people doing shitty work like this?" And then like flash a picture of like an ugly niche in a shower. Some goofy.
Yeah.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just not.
With you and for fun, cool. Like, probably 4 years ago, I was trying to do the influencer thing, and I don't know. It doesn't feel authentic to me, like when I'm making the videos, and so I don't have fun doing it, and I can't, like, I don't feel creative when I'm doing it. Like, oh, I have to do this, this, and this. Like, I'm not gonna say who it was, but there was a company recently that wanted me to lie and say that I had bought a product that they sent me for free. And I was like, no, dude, I'm not making videos saying that I bought something.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
We all know who you're talking about.
I am not trying to like trash the company or the people involved, but I was like,
let me tell you this. It broke on me today and I couldn't get it. And it was pissing me off, dude. Oh, it was pissing me off. It broke.
Yeah.
The first time I used it, I was like, what the fuck?
I commented.
It's a good idea.
And I commented on somebody's post. I'm not sure who it was. And all I said was, I go, oh, I cannot wait to get my product. It's going to be delivered tomorrow. That's all I said. And they're like, they responded back. They're like, don't go around saying that you got free stuff from us. And I'm just like, I didn't say that. And then they
fucking sent one to the whole internet. What the fuck, dude? And you were giving them away at coverings. Shut up.
I know. I was like, dude, they had me take down 2 videos. And the second one was kind of vague. And he's like, I need you to say you bought it. And I was like,
yeah, they had me take down some shit I put in my story. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
President has some stuff to learn about advertising and FTC rules regarding influencers and free shit.
HR Tile said it lasted 1 job for them too. Yeah, the fucking hose came out of the end of the coil thing, and I couldn't get it to stay in there, and it kept coming out and spraying me in my grinder, and the trigger wasn't working in my grinder anymore. I'm like, it fucked my grinder up. I'm like, damn this thing, dude.
One thing is like, everyone's grinders gonna start shorting out because grinders aren't supposed to get wet, dude. Like,
yeah. Well, since we're saying, they wanted me to make a video of like, can you show how like mixing thin set it controls the dust? I'm like, no, who the fuck would spray extra water into their thin set when they're mixing it?
Someone
I would never tell anyone to do that, and I definitely would not demonstrate that like I do it myself. Hell no.
Yeah, no.
Anyway.
But I like it for the drill bits. It does work good for that. But
it's a decent idea.
Oh, damn it.
It's a decent idea. Should have been a little more research. But.
Yeah, no, they just need to improve on it. They'll make it better, I'm sure. Once everyone starts going, it fucking broke, dude. Because
this is happening. Yeah.
There's people in the chat that are saying the same shit happened to them.
Yep.
So it's just like they're gonna have to fix it.
My nozzle popped off the first day, but I was lucky enough to catch it before it got out of the thing, so I just re-popped it onto the actual tube again. And I'm like, all right, it works. But at first I was like, what the hell?
I was actually I saw a video the other day of it was for your phone, probably people like doing mosaic work, instead of having like a coil thing that holds your phone, kind of similar to the hydro tail. Said it, whatever. Similar to that. It was like
Damn it!
at the dentist office or the doctor, how they have that, you know, it's like a 3-point arm. And you
Oh
can
yeah,
move
with
it
the blue
around like
light.
that. And as I was using it today, I was like, man, if this thing was built like that and you could have like better control of it instead of fucking with this, trying to get it to point the right way, it would be so much better. But then the ass blew out on it, and I'm like, there's more things to fix.
Yeah.
But whatever. Great idea.
Oh,
Just
too good.
fix it, guys. Just fix it.
Just fix it.
Anyway, moving on.
I had that baby rigid pump just sitting around. That's what I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this thing to adapt it and dropped it in the bucket. It works good. Does good.
Smart. Put the pump on it.
Yeah. Just because I was a little farther away from the hose, I'm like, I can channel it over here, but I'm like, you know what? Randy was the first one. He bought something, actually off Amazon or something that actually was a submersible pump, a lot bigger than the one I had. But I'm like, shoot, I bought this thing for my rigid wet saw a long time ago when I had one, and it's like, well, I don't know. I take all that stuff off before I'm gonna toss it. When they're finally toast, I'm like, okay, what can I salvage from this? So I've got a tray or the stand. So I can reuse things as I go. So it's nice.
That's smart. Yeah.
Repurposed. Let me
Yeah.
hop on, see what kind of questions we've got real quick.
Yeah, I keep an extra pump in my tile toolbox. It's been in there for years. Never had to use it, but it's always there if I need her.
Yeah, and the day
Smart.
you take it out is the day yours is gonna break.
I know, dude. I always look at it like, God, you're in the way. Got to move it around. Trying to organize.
Taking up room. I've done that so much.
It's one of those Goldblatt ones from Floor and Decor where it doesn't have a plug on the end. You have to fire it up.
I bought one of those on accident. Well, not an accident, but my pump broke. I was closer to Floor and Decor. I didn't even look at it. I just bought it and I got back to the site and I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Why did they make it like this?
I want to plug it in, dude.
What tile saw is it hardwired to? I want to know. Why the
Maybe
fuck is
one
it
of theirs? So funny.
Yeah, I figure I'll just cut the end off my other one when it dies.
Not a fish tank.
Wire them together and tape it up all ghetto and deal with it later.
Because that's what we do.
Oh, yeah.
Make it work.
Well, we've been rocking for like an hour here. Is there anything in particular we want to chat about before we wrap the old deal up?
I don't know. Talked about work, talked shit about a company, covered our bases.
Checking all the boxes, dude. Winning some people over, making some friends and some enemies.
Yeah. Oh, well.
The journey of life.
Right. A couple people don't dislike you or hate you. You're doing something wrong.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's all good, I mean, hey, if anyone got their feelings hurt tonight, that's just because they're taking it personal. Nothing was personal. It was all just honest conversation.
Oh.
Rob.
Yeah.
You're back.
Yeah, dude, my internet sucks. I've been trying this extender. Well, then I bought it and it has a nice little Ethernet port, and I'm like, oh, I'll just be able to tap right into it. Well, then I realized my Chromebook doesn't have any freaking little place to actually plug an Ethernet cable in. I'm like, this piece of crap. It works great for my office work, but otherwise, no, not for this.
Yeah, I think I need a new charger for my iPad. It like can't keep up with this use. It just died earlier, even though it's plugged in. What the heck?
That's what whenever I ran my phone, it overheated that one time. So I'm like, oh, dude, but I don't know. I switched over. Seems to be working better now. I'm not lagging.
Oh, there you are.
It's like we're losing another one.
Rough times.
So we got what's your number one tip you would give yourself if you were to start all over again? Got a question.
Shit.
I know, right?
I don't know, man. The first year I was in the industry, I didn't take it super seriously. So it took me a little longer to start installing. I think that, and I would have told myself to leave my ex a lot fucking sooner and start my own business.
There you go. There you go.
God, the jobs we were doing, like I built that company up to what it was when I left. And like, I mean, we were signing NDAs for jobs because we're working for celebrities. Like,
That's
the
awesome.
caliber of work was just insane. Like, I had to walk away from it for my sanity. Like that person and that company, and yeah, definitely would say leave that dumb bitch a lot sooner.
There you go. Oh, that's awesome. What about you, Kyle?
The number one thing I'd tell myself if I was to start all over.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Get involved with the tile community on Instagram sooner. I mean,
Yeah.
once you start seeing like just the level that some people work at, and it just makes you want to raise the bar for yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
before I really honestly, before I really got into here, like I really just hadn't seen tile work like that, you know.
Mhm.
I kind of felt like I was like maxing out, which I'm like embarrassing to say, like the shit I was doing, you know. But it's like I just hadn't seen anything better, honestly. Um, it's like, yeah, man, there's just some amazingly talented people out there, and thankfully they're posting their shit on the internet and showing us how they did it. A lot of them, and it's like, fuck, I want to try that. I mean, I want to make stuff that looks that awesome. So, yeah, just soaking up knowledge and being around, the right people and seeing the right installers do their thing. Because you can see the wrong installers doing their thing and think it's cool just because you're into it, and then you're learning the wrong way, which it's not hard to change, but it's not like playing an instrument or something where you're building muscle memory. Like, you could change systems and techniques and everything, but it's just knowing it and knowing how to find your cuts and shit like that. Just the information.
Yeah, I like that.
Just try to just soak up as much as you can, because there's always somebody better.
Always. Always someone better. So
But
much
yeah,
information.
everyone that I talk to, I mean, you guys just blow my mind all the time. I love it. You guys are awesome. You guys keep me pushing to be better, and when I post shit, I just want to impress the people that I talk to on the day to day, week to week, whatever. Like, it's like, man, I hope these people think this shit's cool, and if it gets a bunch of likes and shit along the way, like, awesome. I gained some followers, dope. But yeah, I just really want to impress the other installers that I'm so impressed by. So yeah, man, social media. That was the big game changer, I'd say, for me. Like, don't get too cocky and think you've reached
Yeah.
some kind of apex, because there's always more hill to climb, more, whatever. I'm getting into
Like,
some fancy metaphors, but
well, it can push you to be a better installer. Like, I've been on Instagram. I started the Instagram for our old company, or my old company, in 2012. So I've been in the tile Instagram world for a little bit. And like, I remember doing shit at work, and I'd be like, oh, that cut's good enough. And then I'd sit there for 20 more minutes, and I'd be like, every single one of my Instagram buddies is going to go, what's that shit in that corner? So, like, I got to take it out because I can't post it on the gram. People are going to
yeah,
talk shit.
yeah,
Like, when I start to be lazy, like, way back in the day, Instagram made me be better. I knew people were going to call me on it.
yeah, for sure. No, definitely. Yeah, I agree 100%.
That's awesome.
You want to post some shitty work, like lose your value in the community. Like, oh, what are they doing over there? Like,
Now, sometimes leave shit as posted just to see.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be straight up. Like, you can scroll back on my shit just from like a couple years ago, and it's kind of ugly. But I just leave it up there. Whatever. It's a good reminder.
I know when we stop the podcast.
What's that?
I know what I'm doing when we get off of this. I'm gonna scroll through all your old work.
Yeah. Get back to where it's like all finished, just finished work, no reels. Yeah, there's some ugly shit in there. Straight up.
Same in mine.
Still figuring it out.
Oh,
man.
that's awesome.
But I'm in a good place now. I got methods that I really, really stand by. So
It's cool. It's cool to have like that social media, and like, and if you do go and look back, like, holy shit, that's how much I've like grown as an installer. Like,
yeah,
to see your work.
yeah.
Like, a lot of the guys I worked under, I asked, like, do you have pictures of your work? And it's like, oh, no shit, you didn't have cell phones back then. So like, most of them didn't have any pictures of their work. It's like,
yeah. What
60s
like,
camera.
Carpet Tile, Mark Christensen, he was like going through his old like binders and stuff, like full of like pictures in the plastic sleeves. And I was just like, wow, man.
Oh my god.
I have to tote all this shit around all the time trying to get jobs. Like, I walk in with like an iPad and an electric tape measure. Like damn, I have to carry in like a backpack or two. Like, all right. Man,
that's awesome.
Thank God for technology. Sometimes, other times it can be quite a beast, but it's definitely helped us in a lot of ways.
For sure.
So those
I want to be living like a hut, like building a fire for warmth and light. Like, I like being a modern man.
Hell yeah. The Schluter girl said that she would say, dear younger self, spend as much time learning how to run a business as you would spend learning to install better. That's pretty good words of wisdom.
Yeah, that's good.
That's definitely very important. It's hard to that's a hard thing to figure out. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There was a post I saw the other day. It was like, would you want to have who would you rather meet, your younger self or your older self? And everybody kept saying, oh, my younger self, so I could change the way and do all this stuff. And I commented, I was like, I want to meet the older me. I was like, so that way he can tell me that everything's going to be okay, that it's all going to work. Because like all the stuff that you think about these days and you're stressing, there's going to be always something to stress over. So it's, don't let the little things eat you and eat who you are. So that's something I constantly have to remind myself, because it's easy to get overwhelmed, especially running your own business. So it's nice to think that in the long scheme of things, it's all going to be good.
Yeah.
HR Tile wants to know what your go-to waterproofing system is. I think you're the only person that uses this, but
We use the ProFlatex Shower Tech boards now. My buddy turned me on to them, and then my rep out here got them brought out a whole pallet for me, and I was like, bro, I didn't need a pallet. So got like 50 of them in my storage unit.
I love pallets of shit.
Yeah, for my storage unit. So rad.
Hell yeah. Walk in, like, look at my little warehouse. I'm so legit.
I gotta get a shop. Shop is the next move. Get out of a storage unit.
How did they put all that together? Is that banded together or is it a sealant?
It's fused. So the boards are fused. It's recycled plastic core in the middle, and then like waterproof. It's waterproof 100% through, and then you use a sealant to install and waterproof all the penetrations. And then use shower pans and curbs from a local company we have here. Are you wearing their shirt, Robert? Shower Concepts?
No, I got it all, but yeah, Dave's Shower Concepts are great.
We have a local shop here that makes all of our foam stuff, and Dave Larson and everyone over there is so badass. And then for the pans, I use the Flow FX membrane and the Flow FX drain. But I also do like 2 showers a year. It doesn't really matter what I use.
There you go.
I'm loving that Flow FX membrane.
Dude,
it wicks water though.
Yeah. Well, actually, I haven't noticed that, but like I said, I do like 2 showers a year.
Yeah, it'll like climb the curb out into the floor, which I mean isn't an issue, I guess, as long as it's not leaking. Like, when is there ever going to be like 2 inches of water in the shower pan for 24 hours straight? So it's never really going to get the opportunity to do that. But yeah, it definitely doesn't leak. And it's thinner than Curdy membrane.
Yeah. I wasn't really a fan of any fabric membranes until I tried the Flow FX.
Yeah. I don't like the Curdy. I've used it a handful of times in a pan.
The Shower Concepts, do they have the Flow FX membrane now? Because I know they had Progress before.
Then like the short lengths, and I think they have, I don't remember if it's 96, like the super tall pieces that you can just buy by the foot. So whatever you need. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I got the big long roll. I love that thing. You just waterproof way outside the shower with it and everything. It's so wide. Nice. Get your present wrapping skills on.
Yeah. Like so.
I loved your concept with the Kyle when you did the template for the membrane. I was like, dude, that's genius. And you used it to set it in. So I was like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Great thinking there, dude.
I always use a template just to draw them out, but I've never taped it around it until the last time I was doing that. And I usually like fold them up, and do the unfold it method.
Mm-hmm.
Which I never seem to like lay it down right. And I'm fucking slopping around in there making a mess. So the last time I was doing a shower, I was like, God, fuck, why didn't I just tape it around the fucking template and just set it in here like
genius.
And so this time I was like, yeah, dude, sailboat method. That's what I'm calling this.
I love it.
It worked great.
Was awesome.
It worked really good. So I'll probably do it like that from now on.
I'm gonna steal that from now on. So that's where I was like, oh, when I saw that, I'm like, I've never thought of that idea. And efficiency, buddy. Thank you. That was a great little tool right there.
Yeah, it's worth the time to tape it around there for sure.
Hell yeah. Well, we got any other questions on your end, Kyle?
Oh no, I'm not live anymore because my stuff died. I'm just chilling on yours, dude. I'm hanging out in the Skyline Live.
There you go. I just reading what we got for any other questions are coming up. Do we have a Colorado tile crew meeting at all scheduled or anything like that?
No, not right now. I was swamped with like getting that class going. So like,
gotcha.
When I get my truck back, I'm like gonna be settled down. And when I something going for CTC for a meetup.
Cool. That'd be awesome. I want to get to meet the crew, so that'll be nice.
Yeah, it's a little spread out, but it's a good time. Like our meetups are a good time. Just a lot of commiserating about what we do.
So
Hey,
HR Todd wants to know, when are you guys coming to the mountains?
When are you inviting us?
Right? He said he's in the Aspen area.
I'm so down. My wife and I have been trying to get to Aspen like the last 4 falls.
Oh God, it's so beautiful. I've not done any work out there yet, so that'd be awesome.
Hell yeah.
hey, was that tile class
Totally.
you did a 2-day thing or just one day? Did you like grout it
It
the
was
next
one
day?
day. Like it was all homeowners, so I didn't want to overwhelm them. We did it like it's like 3.5, 4 hours, and they were spent at the end of it. It's like, oh,
Were they cutting
What
tile or was all
yeah.
tile like
Cutting
pre-cut?
possible. And when I made the modules, I put an outlet box in it because they figured learning how to cut around outlets is like the confusing part for a homeowner for backsplashes.
Yeah.
And honestly, these women killed it. Like back in California, one of my jobs was to train all of the helpers. So I've trained, I think the last time I counted was like over 200 people. And I would train men and women in San Diego, but usually all the women were like butch lesbians that thought they were real tough. And fucking couldn't do construction to save them their lives. Like, ew, it's actually dirty. But it'd be like 8 or 9 months. I'd try to get these kids to like start installing, and their work just looked like shit. And these women on Saturday, I was like, God damn, I would hire half of you right now. Like, they did such a good job. I was like, holy shit.
That's
Like,
awesome.
good when I started. It's like, fuck.
There you go. You just like see, you get these people to pay you to train them. And then you hire
Next
them and start a backsplash company because you just trained them how to do it. And they pay
There you
you.
go. A win-win.
All right, good. Now go out there and make me more money.
That's a red.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
Now you said the next one's
did
gonna
they
be.
grout too? Like, or did you use speed set? Like, how did you knock this out in 3 hours?
So I talked a little. I had them install subway tile that we didn't soak, so it dried really fast. And they just did like a little 2 foot by 2 foot module. Some of them didn't completely finish. Like one woman took her module home, like she finished it, and it looked amazing. Her and her husband have a cabinet company, and she's been like, "Let me do the backsplashes," and her husband's been like, "No, no, no." So at the end of the class, she's like, "Can I take this home?"
That's her proof.
She's gonna take that home to her husband and be like, "See, motherfucker!" Like, so
He's all like,
funny.
Awesome.
Okay. We'll
Yeah,
give it a
everything.
shot, honey.
So then we were able to grouting an area that small didn't take long at all. Like, it was cool. Some of them jumped in and were mixing with the mixing gun. Like, these are people with no experience in construction. It was like cool to see them like, yeah.
You said you're gonna do the flooring one next. Do you know? Have they given you dates or anything like that? Have you put dates to it?
It'll definitely be after the summer. And
Okay.
I gotta check with the stores and with Raul to see like when works for them.
That's awesome. Are you still trying to do it in the Denver one, or are you going to be dancing around to different locations, or what are you thinking?
I might do the Denver one and then like go down to the Springs and do like backsplash and again. So like move around. And then Raul was talking about maybe going to other states and doing it, but we have to talk more about that. Like,
that's sick. Oh, that's awesome.
Awesome. Like, because I want that school for women in the future. So if I can work out all the kinks on this now and then like kind of pretend like I know what I'm doing in the future, it'd be cool.
Yeah, that's super cool.
There you go. There you go.
Right on.
My two kids, they're getting more and more involved with, especially with summer now. They've gone to a few projects and seen some stuff, and then I've taken my younger one to one bid, and the other one was going to come with me to the two bids I had yesterday, but she ended up doing something, had a play date. But she, at nighttime she asked me, she was like, "Well, did you get the jobs?" I'm like, "Now I'm making estimates." I'm like, "So come see what an estimate looks like." And showed her everything, and she's all getting excited, and I'm just like, there's more to it than just putting tile down. I wish it was that easy, but I'm like, no, there's so many steps with this.
Steps.
Oh God, yes. She's got her own little tool bag and her own little like a little 1/4-inch trowel for a hand and all these things. So she's definitely loving it. But I think between the two, hopefully they both learn just so they can do their own stuff at their house and have fun with it. I don't expect them to take it up as a career unless they actually want to. But the younger one, she definitely, I can see her possibly doing it. So we'll see how it all goes.
Yeah, you definitely have to love this trade to really do it and be good at it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the part.
Yes. Yeah, sometimes I find myself getting a little frustrated with it. It's like, hold on now. You like this, remember? You like this shit.
I wanted this.
Come on, enjoy it. Think about how dope it's going to look.
Yeah, when I was doing that 1,100 square foot floor, that was all I thought about was like, what the hell did I just sign myself up for? I was like, it was great. I'm like, this is awesome. But I was like, man, I'm glad you showed me those little carts where I could roll around my buckets and stuff. And I'm just like, dude, no. I'm like, I cannot wait for the next job just to be like, I can touch the two walls in the bathroom. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is perfect. I want a couple of these before doing another large one again. Because oh God, it kicked my ass, man.
I can't do large flooring jobs. Like my left knee is teetering.
No. So I've been watching on Instagram, and now, like, because I've watched like 5 of them, the feed is like all chiropractic stuff, right? But there's something called the ring dinger. So this guy, he's like in Dallas, and I think there's one in San Antonio, but you lay on the table. He puts these 2 little like cushion bars to hold your hips. It practically squeezes your hips. And then he wraps a towel around your neck, and he's fucking yanks your neck. I'm like, what? But apparently it resets your whole entire spine. And like all these people, like I got addicted to watching these people, like they're freaking out, but then all of a sudden they can walk, they can do all this crazy stuff they couldn't do before. And I'm just like, oh dude, I kind of want to make a trip down to Dallas and get my shit yanked real quick.
Get your ring goes.
That's what she said.
Get my ring dinger, buddy.
Dude, that sounds nice.
I'll definitely get some content on that one.
That sounds pretty sweet, actually.
Well, then he's kicking, he hits their knees and he's like, oh, still kicking. I'm like, so how many of these do you make them paralyzed? That kind of freaks me out right there, brother. Oh no. Real doctor, and I don't know. I'm telling you, I'll send it to y'all. And it gets addicting. You start watching them, you're just like, no, okay, this is, I don't know. But nice. That's that lovely Instagram algorithm. It shows me some crazy shit sometimes. I'm just like, oh, you do know what I kind of want to see. Thanks.
Have you ever been to a chiropractor though?
I have.
Oh, dude, what a bunch of fucking salesmen. They're like, oh, you go in there, they'll like freak you out. Like, oh, we looked at your X-rays. You got forward head posture. You're going to need to come in here 2 times a week for the next 8 months. It'll be $5,000.
Like, nope. When I first moved here, I was so broke. And I woke up one day and I could not get out of bed. And it's the first time I'd been in that much back pain. And I was like, fuck. So my wife referred me to her chiropractor. I go see this woman. And like we talked, and I was like, I don't think her style of chiropractic's gonna work for me because it's just that like my spine needs to be released. And she's like talking about neck stuff. So $800 later, all these treatments. Like I still kind of had the back
Oh,
pain.
God.
I bought one of those chirp wheels. Like,
Yeah, I got one. I love it.
dude, if I would have
Yeah.
found that thing, like, that's what I needed. Like, instead, I spent $800 on this doctor. Like, I know chiropractic,
No.
but
I don't have a chirp wheel. I have this like gnarly one with the balls
Like the-
on it.
thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
sick.
What's it called? AccuMobility.
nice. Dude, I roll on that thing after work
Hell
and it's
yes.
just pop.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
nuts.
the chiropractor I went to in Austin, Texas, he was great. It was a family owned practice, and he did good. I mean, like, his dad was definitely getting too old to get what I needed to, but when I was BMXing, like, the son did a great job. But then I had a sciatic problem here, and I said, oh, you know, my mom referred me to this one guy. I don't know if he took it as a challenge or what, but man, that dude like manhandled me and like cracked the shit out of my back. I thought I was gonna break in half, and I'm like, what did I just pay for? I'm like, no, like I gotta walk, dude. But I don't know. I haven't gone back because of that. I'm like, that was borderline abuse right there. I think.
I do like when they like pull your head. You know that
So
one?
weird.
They like
You
pull
want-
your head.
Dude,
off
you
of
want the
your
ring
shoulders.
dinger? Then
Yeah.
that's the ring
What?
dinger, dude.
It's kind of freaky, but it's like whoa, that was nice.
Oh, I fucked my back up with that like I said, BMXing, obviously eating shit, but then when I wrecked that sport bike going 90, I just fucking rolled, and my back is toast. So it's like, okay, if I find myself hunching down, like my sciatic will lock up, and that's where like I said, I've had one homeowner, like she told the husband, she's like, get him out of here. I'm like, I just got a few more pieces of tile, like I'm all like hunched back, like fucking walking around, fucking Quasimodo. I'm like, just a couple more, and I'll reach where I need to. You need to leave. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna submit a claim saying I hurt myself here. It's all good.
Worried about.
Oh yeah, she's a nice little old lady, but I was like, no, I'll be fine. It happens to me on the regular. Knock on wood, it hasn't happened lately. So, oh god,
Man, 90 on a
Back
motorcycle.
troubles suck.
That's gnarly.
No, you don't, dude. I enjoyed them. I love them, but man, they're just too damn dangerous.
They are. I got one. It's sitting out front. I'll never ride it.
Most of the time is luckily I had all the protective stuff on, and it was my fault because I was going 90. But like I said, that lady cut me off. So it's like it's the other drivers that are most likely going to cause you harm. And I just remember rolling on that road thinking, God, if someone runs me over right now, I'm going to be fucking pissed. But luckily, I ran off the highway, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. And I've been used to eating shit left and right from riding BMX. So I was like, I was popped up on adrenaline. And at that particular time, I'll wear it for Halloween, but the jacket's just shredded. I've got a chunk of my helmet that's missing. They're like, dude, that'd have been your brain if you didn't have a helmet on. And the only thing is I had jeans on, and the jeans actually ironed themselves because of the friction to my legs. So like when I'm in the ER, they're like scrubbing my fucking denim off my skin, and I'm like, okay, this doesn't feel good. I'm like, no. I'd rather have a broken bone.
Did you not have any broken bones?
No broken bones, man. Just because the road rash, and I said, I rolled. Once when I hit it, I just tucked and rolled like bada. But I mean, everything is shredded when I walked off, and
That's fucking incredible.
Dude, I was hauling ass to work. I worked at like a pizza place, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go. I got a little blunt in my pocket. I'm gonna go get stoned before. It'll be great. I'm like, dude, dumbass me, man. But
Was the blunt okay?
you live and learn. Oh, it did. I actually got out of the hospital, and I was like, my mom picked me up. I was like, Mom, before I get a ride home, I gotta toast this thing because, like, victory, I'm alive. Celebratory right now.
How sore was your body for like the next month? I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like
It was definitely.
your muscles were probably just waiting, like, ooh, just wait till you go to sleep. We're gonna fucking lock up on you so hard. You're not gonna be able to move
insane.
tomorrow.
The second one I had, same thing. A light went out. I didn't realize the lights were out because they weren't blinking. So when I hit the car, it launched me actually off the bike and into another car that was parallel in the lane. And that one, I popped my kneecap open. So I didn't break anything, but they had to staple it all. Still working in the food industry, and they're like, "Oh, go take the trash out." And I'm taking the trash out. It's heavy as shit. I got to toss it over. And I looked down at my knee, and it blew out all the staples. And I'm like, "God damn pieces of shit!" I'm like, I was on restrictions. I was like, "These fucking bitches." Oh, dude, it was yeah. I wasn't happy that night.
You wrecked a motorcycle at 90 and then kept riding motorcycles.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Dude, I finally had to sell it once when we got married. It helped kind of pay for the wedding and everything too, but it was like honeymoon money, but it was like, all right, I don't know. I still see some today and I'm like, God, dude, I just want to ride again. But like I said, the risk is not there.
Yeah, you got kids. Can't let anything happen to you.
No, not if I got somewhat control over some situation. You know, you put more variables in, it's just like, no, it's there's not the time or place yet.
Yeah.
No, forgot my oldest. She just came in real quick. You want to say hi? Here, hop up and say hi. Ready? Oh, this is Zoe.
Hello.
She is 8 years old, about to be in 3rd grade this year. Big kid. She's the one we did the mosaic tile project with. Did you have fun doing that? Yeah. What was your favorite part?
Helping all the people.
Yeah, helping all the people. Do you like doing tile work? Yeah. Do you want to learn more? Oh, that's so cute. My buddy. All right, I'll be right there. They're about passing out. I can tell. It's almost nighttime.
Past my bedtime.
Oh, dude. It's 9 o'clock. I'm the same. I'm like, this morning I drug ass, dude. I actually got a sticker my wife gave me. I put it on the back of my truck. It's so I say, I'm dragging ass today. I'm dragging ass today. Well, she found a dragon with this big ass, and it's like dragging ass today. And I'm like, oh, dude, that's sick. I put it on my truck. I'm like, that's it. Story of my life. Well, it's been awesome having you on, my friend. I'm gonna
thank you guys
any other questions
and chatting it up.
Heck yeah, this is great.
Nice to like see faces when I'm talking to you. Like,
there you go.
not
I know.
Right?
Well, I'm like, I can't believe we're in the same state and I haven't gotten to meet you yet. I'm like, well, at least this is getting closer. So,
yeah. We'll meet up soon. Like I said, hit me up if you want to try out that Gemini saw, and we can link up.
That's awesome. I wish there was tile people in Tennessee. There's like 2 guys here.
That's awesome.
Trying to link up.
Well,
start a Facebook group, because that's one of the best things for your mental.
Right? Yeah. Like I need to add another thing to my plate. Maybe I will. Maybe someone else will just get inspired and I can join it.
There you go.
When you get the flooring one scheduled, post it, and I'll make some time. I'll definitely be able to get out there.
Awesome.
So this last few weekends I've been working, so I didn't get to make it to the other one. So this will be great. Keep me in the loop. Let me know.
For sure.
Thank you. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well,
it was good hanging out, good chatting with you.
Likewise. We'll get you back on next year. We're gonna do something pretty fun, so we'll get it all once when things get a little closer, and yeah, we'll coordinate with your schedule and see what we can do.
Cool. Sounds good, guys.
Awesome, awesome. Take care, my friend, and see you soon
tomorrow.
Thank you. You too. Yeah. See you soon. Bye, guys.
Later.
Bye. I'm gonna end it real quick.
You can do it.
Take care, everybody.
You can do it.
There we go. Cool.